Hello and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. After a very long hiatus, we are back, and today we are driving from Barstow, California to Yuma, Arizona. Let's jump into the truck. Not too long of a drive. Should be long enough that I can talk a little bit about what's been going on here, and maybe some future plans, and a little bit how broken my game is. Always a fun time when you're dealing with mods. Start up the electrics and put the windows down so you can hear the truck. If I don't look at the window, it glitches out if I go into the exterior view, so just kind of ignore that. Alright, not a very deep sounding truck. I mean, it is a modern Freightliner Cascadia with one of the Detroit engines. Parking brake off, into gear, automatic truck of course, as a company truck would be. And let's get on the road, and I'll try not to whip the mouse around too much. It's been a while since I played for a recording. Might be kind of rusty when it comes to that sort of thing. And we're jumping right on the highway here, so I'll be closing the windows pretty quick.
After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Didn't even talk about what I'm hauling. I'm hauling flour in a reefer trailer today. Alright, let's close the windows. Oh, see, that window was already open. So see, that's the glitch that I'm sure our mod's doing, that the window will just randomly will randomly close or open, so it might hear it randomly open at some point. I don't have my lights on. Man, I am way out of... Alright, a minute. Oh man, we're running out. Okay, don't put that truck some of this over. Thank you. Gimbal flash. I am way out of practice with doing all this video stuff, so I'm not surprised that I forgot to turn on the lights and talk about what I'm hauling. And I have played the game without recording, and I generally do okay with that, but recording adds a whole another level of things that I need to do, for lack of better words. Hopefully when we get to Yuma, I'll drive through town a little bit more so I can have the windows down longer. I mean, I would have them down now, but it would be so loud that you probably wouldn't hear me real well. It's a truck on the side of the road, probably should have moved over, but that's not gonna happen. We are in, California, so maximum speed 55 for trucks.
Left.
Yuma is right on the border of Arizona, so we're not going to be on any interstate or highway or anything with a speed limit over 55. And by right on the border, I mean we go into town and we're in Arizona now. We leave town and we're in California. It's right there. Oop, that's one of the mods, the road imperfections. I'll go over the mod list at the end. Oh, yep, truck lane, perfect. I was just gonna get over anyway, but going up a hill. Okay, I'll go over the mod list at the end. I'm going to, 145 is currently in beta, may or may not be released by the time this is. But when I probably will be redoing my mods when that comes out, since I've been having a lot of stuttering issues here. And I don't think it's the game. I mean, maybe it is. I was considering even getting a new profile for my modded game, since I've used this one for many years. I mean, I know my mods are out of date. I have some that are just happen to be working, like this GPS here, even though it hasn't been updated in at least a year. And those are the sort of things that's probably time to clear out and are causing issues like the window thing and the stuttering and all that fun stuff. always, I mean, this is just how it is when you deal with mods in any game, really. Especially when you have so many of them like I do. I've accumulated quite a list over the last few months. Yeah, I did update some stuff for 1.4.4, but I didn't clear anything out unless it wasn't working. Or not working as in unsupported and would not, even be allowed to be used. But I think some of these mods, while they're claiming to be supported, really aren't. So that's something I'll have to fix up with 1.4.5. Or maybe I'll just get in there and the stuttering and all the window issues will be gone. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, I'm surprised there's not more traffic, because I do have the traffic at, I want to say 2. I don't have any traffic mods other than the mods that change the vehicle types. Let's not tip it over around this curve. I've been trying to use the Jake brake or engine brake or whatever you want to call it a little bit more. Let's see, this is an exit. We want this exit? No idea. Yes, we do.
Keep right.
Oop.
After
Yeah, the
50
physics mod
yards,
is not
exit
happy
right
with something
ahead.
going on there. I don't know what the
Exit
physics
right
mod's
ahead.
doing. It's always kind of been like this for some of the trucks, just a little tippy. I think part of it's my wheels kind of crappy, and
Go straight.
so even if I'm trying to be gentle, it ends up not being super gentle, and so that whips the truck around, and et cetera, et cetera. But it is what it is, I guess. Something I would like to get is like track IR or something in the future. It'd be really nice to be able to just look around without having to use the mouse. And that's why I generally keep this view, unless I need to look at the mirror or something. It's just difficult to talk, drive, move the mouse around, and not make everyone sick.
Keep left.
The paint scheme is from a virtual trucking company, and it's called Prime Logistics, based out of the UK, I want to say. And I was a driver there back in late 2019, early 2020, I think it was. That's when I recorded the previous video, where I talked about them, arguably too much, but I did talk about them. And then I left and came back 2-3 months ago now, maybe even 4 months actually. And so I'm driving for them again. They have a requirement of 1,000 points, which 1 point is 1 kilometer. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. It's had me get into American Truck and Euro Truck too a little bit more, since I don't really, I prefer American Truck over Euro Truck, but they have like bonus points that we can get for doing jobs, and sometimes that requires Euro Truck, so that forces me to get into Euro Truck, which I don't mind, because I do like that game as well. I don't know. Sometimes I do a stretch where I'm playing American Truck only. Sometimes I do a stretch where I'm doing Euro Truck, and this is kind of forcing me to play both. And the plus side of them only requiring 1,000 points per month is that a couple hours and I got that. So later in the month or earlier in the month, I don't have the time, and the truck's weaving back and forth. That's from the bump. If I don't have the time, I don't have to worry about it. They don't have any participation requirements of, so many convoys or so many miles per week. Some have insane requirements, but let's not get into that. Anyway, I think that's enough about that. I don't want to go insane about it like I kind of did the video the first Euro Truck video there, where it was a mess. It was not good, so don't go watch it, please. We're getting close to I know we go through El Centro. I saw the sign for it, so I wonder if we're getting... Oh yeah,
Keep
111.
right.
We're getting off
After
here.
50 yards,
I do kind of know
exit right
where I'm
ahead.
going sometimes.
Exit right ahead.
I haven't really talked about where I've been at all, so I should probably do that. So at this point,
Turn right.
I guess I could say I finished college. I mean, I haven't like officially finished because I had to. The school decided that a couple classes I took, the credits didn't count. So I had to take a summer class, which finished up recently. So I mean, I haven't officially finished. As I'm recording this, the grade hasn't even been officially posted yet. But essentially, I'm done. So hopefully, with not having to do school anymore, the videos will increase or start happening again. I'd like to get to 2 a week, but at this point, I'm more realistically thinking 1 a week will be where I'm at. But we'll kind of see what happens here. So yeah, that's kind of where I've been, because even, I didn't do much during the spring. That was also because I had to take more classes than originally planned for the same reason. They decided some credits didn't count. It sucks, but based on, talking to people, it's very common for them to pull stuff like that, or advisors just don't look at the right thing or think something counts when it doesn't, and it happens, and I guess it is what it is. Oop. I'm definitely looking forward to when they finish out the California rework and get to like LA and San Francisco. Because I don't think they've gotten down to San Francisco yet. I mean, they've done 2 iterations of it, and they're as far as Reading, maybe? Or maybe they're, I don't know, maybe they're further than that. I really can't remember. I think they've gotten to Reading though, and so I imagine they'll be, in Western Star, I don't see those too often in traffic. I imagine there'll be 2 more updates for California, and 145 is not one of them. I imagine we'll only see 1 more California update this year. But either way, I'm looking forward to it. That train's been there for a long time. Must be going about 55. Or maybe, no, we're going faster. It must be going like 45, 40 probably. If we're going 45 now, it's probably going about 40. Don't remember if we I actually drove this. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a little town. I drove a very similar job somewhat recently, so I kind of remember this route. That's sort of why I knew that I was getting off at the El Centro exit. I can't remember if there's anything interesting along here. I don't think there was. It was a pretty average route, but I didn't want this. I mean, it's a pretty short route from where we were there, Barstow. But I didn't want to make this video be super long, and overall I'm trying to make my videos shorter, so I feel like this is a good start to that. I mean, the American truck videos are kind of exempt from that shorter rule, because these can easily blossom out into half an hour. I'd really like to try to prevent that. So yeah, I hope everyone is staying safe and cool with all these heat waves that have been going on all across the world. Climate change is definitely real, that's for sure. And it really sucks for those that have to do outside work. I don't know how you do it. that is just not anything that I could ever do. I'm just not able to deal with the heat. I can do okay with cold. but the heat, I just cannot do it. Oh, that's right. We're coming up on one of the broken lights. Oh, it's been fixed. That must have been a mod then. This light was broken when I was last through here. I know, completely random. But this light was broken as in it was invisible. And so there were other lights that were like that too, so it must have been a mod that was I figured it was, but I guess they fixed that. That's good. That looks like a large rest stop out there. I've never been there, and I think it's new. I don't have any mods that would do that. So, oops, I am weaving all over. I think that's new. That may not have even been there when I was last through here. Oh, El Centro. We're in El Centro now. Okay. We can put the windows down while we're going through El Centro. I'm sure that window, the passenger side window for sure, will be going up on its own or down. It likes to do that. Driver, I haven't really had the issue with the driver window. It's usually the passenger window that whips all over on its own. I don't think I'm touching the button. Maybe there's some key binding. Going too fast again. Maybe there's some key binding issues somewhere. I think I've looked though, and there was not. So I don't know. It's probably just some weird mod clash that's causing that. I mean, I've never heard of that happening, but whatever, I guess. Weird things happen. Speed limit 45, stoplight. I don't know why. That actually is a thing here in the US, and I don't know why. There's a road in the town that I live in that I'm thinking of right now. It goes from 45 to 55, about 50 feet from a stoplight. And I really don't understand why. I mean, if it's green, yeah, okay. But it's frequently not. At least when I go through there. So it's like, you're not going to speed up to it. You're slowing down. So, whatever. It's weird. It's a weird situation. I think it comes from the fact that that road used to not really have a lot of intersections on it. Because it wasn't supposed to, and now it does. Nice, what is that, like an 80s Porsche 911 there? 70s? 80s? It's one of the air-cooled ones, probably. Or are those from 70s or 80s? I can't remember. I like having the traffic mods, because it does. Sometimes there's interesting cars like that, breaks up, you know, seeing the same, like, 4 or 5 car models that SCS has. I mean, granted, and I kind of think they should do better with that, because at the end of the day, driving is the main point of this game, and having a variety of traffic is, I don't know, I feel it's important. Yeah, we hit some pretty, we should put the windows up here. Bet that one's all the way down. No, it's, oh, it's not. Oh, wrong way. And it's up. Okay. Yeah, we had some vicious storms over the weekend here. There's a tree down in the road. It was just cleaned up, actually, like, 45 minutes ago. And here, at least in our city, I don't know if it's some U.S. standard, state standard, the standard, no idea. But the city is responsible for cleaning up trees that fall into the street. If they fall anywhere else, it's our responsibility, even if it's like on the sidewalk or something. Which, I guess for those of you who don't know, when we buy property here, I think it's a US-wide thing, not just where I live. The city technically owns from the sidewalk to the road. So like if there's a boulevard and the sidewalk itself, even on streets that don't have a sidewalk, they still own a certain part of the property from a certain point up to the road, but yet we still have to maintain it. The whole situation is so stupid. And anytime there's anything that happens, but if they have to dig in the boulevard or replace sidewalk or whatever, we have to foot the bill for it, but yet they own it and control when they're gonna do that. And it's so stupid. The whole situation is stupid. mean, it's like if the city wants to own it, great. Well, they should be the one responsible for, paying for it, which, yeah, I realize tax dollars go to that, but that'd be better spending tax dollars on it than suddenly here's a $3,000 bill for something that we randomly decided to do on what should be your property, but it's not technically. But yet we make you maintain it. But at least, yeah, there are some people who refuse to mow the boulevard if they have a sidewalk and then some grassy area between the sidewalk and the road. They will refuse to mow it because they don't own it. But I mean, we're supposed to maintain it. Put the windows back down. There's the Arizona state line. And now we're like in Yuma. Yeah, I know, completely random, but yep, and there's the Yuma city limits. Yep, I remember this drive. I don't think I started in Barstow, but I came from California. Right, so yeah, that was my sidewalk rant of the day. Very random. And we missed that light, and that trailer's broken. It's got a Home Depot texture and a Schneider texture. I think that's what's going on there. That's always cool. The blinking, I swear. Okay. Yeah, driving and trying to do a video is just a mess. I don't know how people can drive and be on their phone in real life. I can drive and talk fine in real life. Sure, I mean, I guess it is a little different. If I'm just talking to people, or if I don't know. I can do it fine, but I mean, I can't imagine being on your phone and driving in real life, or even I've tried doing it in the game and I can't do it at all. I can't imagine doing that in real life. There's a reason it's illegal in most countries. Alright, we are here at the BNSF. That's where we picked up from, actually, was the BNSF. These are always terrible. I think it's going to be the drop that's behind these trailers over here. Oh yeah, it's this one. Well, this one's not as bad as the one that's over here. This one over here is real fun. But yeah, this one can be problematic. Hazards on, parking brake off, back into gear if it wasn't already. Or like when you're trying to swing out this way to get the trailer some more space, and then we're going to try to get her turned here to get the trailer somewhat straight. And let's put the windows down because I kind of forgot to do that. Oh yeah, that's maybe not going to work. Oh no, that'll work. Yeah, the trailer's okay. Let's straighten her out. That's not bad. I mean, considering that sometimes the drop goes, that is not bad at all. Alright, let's just keep my head sticking out the window here, because these mirrors, I just cannot. There's no depth or something to the mirrors. I don't know. It's so hard to tell what's going on back there. Let's make sure we're not going to hit anything over here. Start letting the trailer slide this way, because we are right against the wall there, which is not happening. I'm going to have to pull up. I can guarantee you that right now. Let's bring the truck with it a little bit. Oh yeah. A little bit. Alright, straighten it out, straighten it out. It's at an angle actually, so let it. Don't know what that's gonna be. Ooh, that's a wall. Well, let's start pulling this thing up. I might cut some of this because it's gonna be tedious. That sound there is from the transmission on this truck. I don't know if it makes that sound in real life, or if it does, if it's that loud. But I think it's because it's like an air transmission or something. It like uses the air pressure to change gears. Don't think we can go much further back than that. That wasn't bad. Maybe 1-2 more pull-ups and we'll be lined up good enough. This may actually be good enough. See, is it gonna go green? No, it's not. Oh, it is. I think I'm gonna do better though, because one more pull up, and there we go. I want to thank you guys for watching. The next video will hopefully be in a week. It might not be. I really don't know what the situation is going to play out here. But either way, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.